Gentlemen, it's such a great honor to be part of this fantastic event, Maths is More. I'm Dr. Flavia Santos from University College Dublin, and I'll give you my perspective. So, as a psychologist focused on prevention and remediation of numeracy deficits, I'm running RCT studies to investigate how musical training and digital games can improve mathematical performance. I'm also running currently a Maths Inside classroom management program, which I hope to release summer. So for me, mathematics is in ourselves and in the nature. And at the same time, it's coded, decoded by human beings at all ages and all times. By all ages, I'm including babies, which as young as 5 months old are able to detect slightly changes in small quantities like 2 minus 1 or 1 plus 1. And by all times, I mean, considering cavemen or cavewomen that had to come out with some kind of probability or observing some patterns in their environment to find the best time for hunting, the best place for hunting to ensure their survival. When I say that mathematics is in ourselves, we can count our bones. We know that we have 86 billion neurons. We have 125 trillion synapses. And this is amazing to consider that we have those numbers in ourselves, but also that we needed scientists, experts in mathematics and technology to find out ways to count those numbers. So along the 3 billion pairs of bases that we have in our genetic code, we know that those bases were formed by atoms of oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, etc. And those atoms then, they are inside people, but they are also in our planet, and they are in the universe. So thanks to NASA, nowadays we can see fantastic pictures of galaxies, and several of them are in spiral shape. And those spiral shapes can be observed in nature, which was later decodified as the golden ratio, which is also present in body parts of human beings. And it is used intentionally or not always intentionally by humans to create architecture, to compose songs, but also to build musical instruments and also in art. So we know that mathematics is present since 3000 before Common Era, and it's present in Eastern and Western cultures and was always associated with political power, bringing advance. And it's not different in our time. So we see that we have from satellites to robotic surgeries, allowing us to have better lives. So we can say clearly that mathematics saves lives and time and brings progress and justice. However, if numbers are everywhere, why is that so difficult to teach mathematics? So in my perspective, teaching and learning mathematics is a multi-layered matter. Consequently, we cannot sort this with a single approach. We really need to consider carer, child, and teacher relationship. So from the perspective of teachers, we can discuss several elements. For instance, the curriculum structure, which sometimes is too restrictive, sometimes is too broad, and it leads teachers to be unsure what they should be teaching or forced to teaching things that they don't consider most appropriate. We have automated methods, and that's very important because we are in digital era, and so our kids, they have their own demands and needs which are different from previous generations. Teachers' knowledge, although not always teachers are vocational, they usually try as best as they can to do CPDs to ensure that they are always on top of the knowledge. However, this constant training might lead to insecurity, thinking that you never know enough. Teachers' beliefs, we know that teachers have their own beliefs and their behavior might reflect the way they treat or they see boys and girls and their capacity to learn. We know that some teachers will show teaching anxiety, And more specifically, those teaching mathematics might have also mathematics anxiety, and this might be seen by the kids, might be noticed by the kids. In the environment, in the home environment, we have other elements. For instance, misconceptions about mathematics. So it's not rare to hear parents saying, well, I succeed in life without learning mathematics, or I cheating mathematics and I'm here nowadays. We see gender stereotypes, so parents teach and treat their kids differently according to their genders, so it leads to different opportunities to learn mathematics. Carers lower education, so it might lead difficulties to help children to learn the content or to do the homework or to understand the value of what they are learning at school. Poorer resources at home, like lack of books, lack of gadgets, and of course, lack of digital literacy, which was very much observed during this pandemic time. The third element is the child. And in considering this, we know that some children might have cognitive deficits, which will make learning more difficult. They might have mathematics anxiety, so specifically difficult, making learning mathematics more difficult. Others might have exceptional or extraordinary skills, so they might have lack of motivation to learn or to use the resources available at the school. Others will show lack of confidence on their competence when they are learning. Some kids will experience bullying, which is very disruptive for learning. And finally, among all of them, we might see individuals with learning disorders like developmental dyscalculia. So I would like to finish my talk today with a poetry by Roger McGough, which says, "Safety in numbers, not any more. The room starts to fill, I'm out of the door." So I'm out of this talk today, and I would like to say thank you so much for Maths is More for organizing this amazing event. And I'm looking forward to hear your questions and comments. Please contact me. So thank you so much for your time.